Hey up everyone, I hope you're having a good day. I also hope you enjoyed your weekend. So this video I decided to build another cottage. I'm really into the floral and like spring vibes at the moment. I've seen a lot of builds on Instagram where people are building a lot of like floral, spring inspired builds and really like versatile and different builds, and I'm really on cottages at the minute. I'm really into them. So yeah, I decided to do a smaller one this time. I've already done a few on my channel, so I'll include them in a playlist at the end if you'd like to see any more. So this build was built in Windenburg, which is one of my favourite worlds in The Sims 4. It's built on a 20 by 20 lot. It has 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and uses items from Island Living, Get Together, StrangerVille, Jungle Adventure, and a few things from the Bowling Night stuff pack. Is that what it's called? Bowling stuff pack? Bowling Night? I've just got it, so I don't know. But yeah, so I've got quite a few packs for this one. I haven't built anything with StrangerVille before, I don't think, on my channel. And I've just recently got Jungle Adventure. So I wanted to use stuff from that. There's a sale on at the minute, so I decided to get myself a couple of packs. I only used 2 wallpapers from the Bowling Night stuff pack and maybe 1 decorative item. So if you don't have that pack, you can always replace the main wallpaper on the interior and the stone one on the exterior. So yeah, let me know what you think to the build in the comments, and of course my origin ID is always linked in the description, but you can download this build from the gallery by searching Sims Hutch. I'll also upload the sim that I use in the screenshots to the gallery if you'd like to download her as well. I often make sims for my builds, so you'll find quite a few different households on there as well. The last video I did was a base game house, and I'm pretty sure I uploaded a base game family for that video or for that house. Obviously you don't have to play with that sim, you can use whatever sims you want, but I just like to include them because, well, why not? I made them, so they might as well go in the gallery. So yeah, I'm gonna like mention as well that this is the second time recording this voiceover. I recorded an entire like 15-minute, however long voiceover, which is fine, but like obviously it's not like a long time, but with me having like ADHD, sometimes it's difficult to keep like the flow going because I can get like distracted, or I can get really into what I'm talking about and I can end up rambling on about something else. I think I ended up rambling on about eco lifestyle in the last one I did, and I'm going to try and refrain from doing that as much as possible, at least to the extent that I did. I still want to reiterate some points that I made in that because it's like addressing another video that I made before. But yeah, I recorded the entire thing and then I went to like play it back and make sure, edit out any mistakes. Sometimes if I forget what I'm about to say or if I get distracted or whatever, I'll just do like a pause, or I might stutter sometimes, so I'll do this thing where I'll be like, so, and then I'll stop and then I'll start again and say it, so I have to edit those little bits out. And yeah, I went back to listen to it and I thought, why does it sound like absolute crap? Why does it sound, first of all, it's so quiet, and it's really like not how it normally sounds. The mic that I use is pretty decent, and I thought, well, surely it's the speakers, so I made sure that it was playing out of the right speakers, which is just my like computer speakers. And then I realised I've recorded with just the laptop mic, which is just like a built-in mic that I have. So I'm like, great, I'll have to do it again now. And I was kind of like done. Like I'd done the like, all right, thanks for watching, bye. And then I'm like, God's sake, I have to get like back into that like mood of talking again. Which, it's not like I have to get into a mood, but it's like, I don't want to be sat here. I don't know, I find recording sometimes a bit, I'm going to put it, like I've got to get my mind focused to like talk continuously, otherwise I'll get distracted and it's a struggle, it's an ADHD thing, whatever. But yeah, so I talked about a bunch of stuff for nothing, just to delete it and have to do it again. So yeah, I talked about the build a little bit, didn't I? So I'm going to just go back to what I was talking about before I kind of had to like cut myself off because I was talking about eco lifestyle, and then I realised I was at like 17 minutes recording and I thought, oh, I'm going over, so I have to say bye now. So in one of my other videos, I think it's the modern eco home one that I did, I'm not entirely sure. I think it is that one because it's the first time that I built using that pack. In that video, I was talking about whether or not I'd like recommend that pack, and essentially what I said in that video was that it depends. I mean, it always depends on your playstyle, but for that pack especially, I thought, well, I definitely recommend the build items, especially if you like modern stuff and you're really into like, I want to say you're really into wood, but it sounds really like odd. But yeah, if you're really into like that kind of a look, obviously you can look at the items on the gallery before you buy it. But if you look at some builds or if you look at some videos or pictures or whatever using those packs and you think, oh, they look really good, then yeah, if that's mainly what you do, if you just build. But in the video I said that I can't really speak to the gameplay because I've not played with it, and now I have. So that was kind of what I wanted to kind of touch on in this video because I have, sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. I have actually played with it now, and I think I'm even more confused than I was before when I didn't have an answer. I think whether or not I'd recommend it, it really just depends on your playstyle and what you like. If I only played with gameplay and I wasn't a builder and I didn't touch building at all, and I only played with The Sims, then I probably won't get it. It's not really something that I enjoy that much. What I was saying before in the last voiceover that went wrong, how I kind of play with my Sims is a lot through like creativity. So I thought that like, oh, the candle making thing, the fabricating thing, that's like quite creative. I mean, it literally is creative. You're creating stuff. So that'll be like fun. But I don't feel like I can like play with that in like a versatile way. So I'm trying to compare it to stuff that you have in base games. So as a musician or as a painter or as a writer or even like woodworking, I feel like I can have different types of Sims do those things, and it's quite versatile, and I can do different kind of play styles. So I can have an artist that actually works at using the artist career, or I can just have an artist that only does landscapes and works from home and isn't employed by anybody. They don't go out to work. Or I could have an artist that only does pop art paintings, because you can have like the different styles. But with like fabrication, it's a bit like, well, you just have Sims that just do the things that you can build. And the candle making, it's something that you can add to your game. Obviously it's an expansion pack, so that's like the point of it. But whether or not I'd recommend it, it really just depends on your playstyle and what you enjoy. If you're really into like eco stuff, then yeah, go for it. But I also found it to be like a little bit buggy. Updating the world to like a green eco footprint was pretty easy. I thought it'd be a lot harder than that. I mean, it's a lot harder to do it in real life, so why it's like overnight almost. You get a wind turbine, put it on your roof, and then all of a sudden, the entire neighbourhood's green. It's a bit like unrealistic. And yeah, I get that it's a game and stuff like that, but it's not really what I'd want. I'd kind of want it to be a bit difficult. And Island Living had this same sort of thing where, but it was like reverse for me. I found it took absolutely ages to get the world looking nice. Like I was cleaning up about 15 oil spillages and picking up trash on the beach or whatever for ages and nothing happened. Whereas this is like the opposite. It's like too easy. So yeah, that's kind of the main point I was making. I also said in that video that the world is kind of repetitive. There's a neighbourhood of the world where all the houses look the same, and I found that quite restrictive in what you could build. Unlike other worlds that are in the game, obviously this doesn't go for every pack, but I'm thinking like comparing it to base game. I feel like I can really pretty much build anything in Willow Creek, and I can transform the whole neighbourhood to look a particular way. Obviously there is houses that are like fake houses that are like as part of the world, and like just like in the surrounding world, like you can just see them. But I don't really find that much of an issue. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on where I'm building. But it's the same for Oasis Springs. I can have like the quite Mediterranean looking builds, but then also I can have really modern builds. So those worlds I don't feel like they restrict what I want to build there. Whereas the Evergreen Harbour world, I did find it quite restrictive. I felt like, at least for that neighbourhood, I felt like, well, what can I build here? Everything's a white box of a house, and what I'm supposed to just build this really modern house. And I didn't realise that the world actually changes, that it's not all same and boring. Some of the houses get updated to look a bit more modern. There's like, it kind of makes the world look a little bit more like vibrant, and there's like greenery and stuff like that. So it's not as restrictive as I thought. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch on that because that's what I said in that video when I didn't realise that that's what happened. So that side of it goes up as a recommendation. It kind of makes me like it even more. Another thing I will say is that the cast items are really nice. I really do like the piercings and stuff. And yeah, I don't really know what else I can add to it. I don't know why I even thought to talk about eco lifestyle during a video where I'm building like a cottage. It doesn't really match the thing, but it entered my mind while I was talking. So that's what you get. That's how my brain works. If I think of it, it's coming out of my mouth. And yeah, I find it hard to concentrate on anything else otherwise. So I guess like the point of me saying that kind of comes back to StrangerVille and Jungle Adventure. So not StrangerVille, just Jungle Adventure. So I've always wanted to get Jungle Adventure. It seems like a bit of an odd choice, doesn't it, I guess, to build a cottage that looks the way that it does, but then to use Jungle Adventure items. But I feel like the items that came with that pack are really nice, and the ones that I've seen in other people's builds and videos, and I've thought, oh, I really want that pack. But the gameplay side of it, I've always thought, well, that doesn't interest me at all, really. Even though I've not really done it, I've seen Let's Plays where they play with it and stuff. But yeah, I guess it kind of ties in with the eco lifestyle recommendation that I've been kind of wondering whether or not I can really give. Not that anybody asked, by the way. Nobody asked if I recommended that pack. It's just something that I wanted to add because I know not everybody can just get the packs like that and just get them on a whim or whatever. And I think if I'm going to be using different packs and stuff, I should be able to say whether or not I think they're good. I mean, that's the whole kind of point of a community, isn't it? To kind of talk about the things that you like and the things that you don't like, and whether or not you'd recommend it to people that have a similar interest to you or a shared interest, which is The Sims or The Sims 4 in this case. So yeah, with Jungle Adventure, I never really saw the point in getting that pack, but I've always really wanted to play with the counters and the fridge and cooker from that pack. They look really nice. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad I got it. I think the greenery is really good. Also, I want to say as well that you'll see me in the landscaping of this build. I change a lot of the landscaping. I use the really green landscaping, the really green plants that come with Jungle Adventure. I know we've gone past that bit now, but you'll have seen me do that. And well, if you watch that bit, I don't know if you skipped, but yeah, if you see me building that landscaping and stuff with the plants, I really, really like the Jungle Adventure plants. I really think they look really good. But I think for this world, building in Windenburg and then trying to use them with other plants, they just didn't really match. And I don't know, I just didn't really like the look of them with the rest of the greenery and stuff. They're like a really bright green, almost artificial green, but I think it suits the jungle side and those kind of builds. It might even suit Island Living, Solani, should I say. It might suit that more than, yeah, I reckon it will do. I reckon it'll look really nice there. But yeah, so that's why I changed that, because I didn't think it looked bad. I just thought it didn't really match and I wanted it to look a bit more, like it fit into the world a bit more. There was something else that I wanted to touch on as well, but I think, again, recording a voiceover that went nowhere just to re-record it. Also, I have double checked my mic about 4 times and I'm looking at it right now as I'm recording, and it is definitely the one that I'm supposed to be using. So yeah, I think with that, I'm probably just going to wrap up the video here. There's nothing real much I can add to what I've said already. I guess the interior, I'll talk about the interior. We're not wrapping up the video now, we're going to talk about the interior. So for the interior, I wanted to keep it quite neutral. Because the outside, I mean, I want to say because the outside is quite colourful and vibrant and stuff, but because it's like spring inspired and the spring floral vibes and stuff, I was considering making it really floral inside as well. But when I was going through the swatches, I really liked that grey and yellow on the couch, and I really liked the mint, teal, bluey, green, whatever, fridge and cooker swatch. So I really wanted to use that. So I ended up coming a little bit away from the floral on the inside. So, yeah, but I hope it looks alright. I think it turned out okay. I liked the neutral side to it, and I really, really like that flooring that comes with Jungle Adventure. If you don't have that pack and you haven't, I really would recommend it for the build stuff. Obviously, if you're not a builder, then maybe not, but I guess it, like I said, it always just depends on your playstyle and stuff. But yeah, I really like the flooring, and there's something else from that pack that the bed. I really liked the bed. And there's a few lamps as well that come with that pack that look really good. And I know that StrangerVille is like a bit of an odd choice, because it's like, well, what prompted the StrangerVille choice? Because I didn't really use that many items. It was the fence, really. That's what I think. The only thing I used from StrangerVille is that white like picket fence and like some paintings, and maybe a few like random little clutter items, but mostly it is Jungle Adventure. So, and I think a bit of Get Together as well, but mainly the reason why I picked StrangerVille is for that white picket fence. And I really think that they should just make like a standard picket fence. Like, it seems like such like a, I want to say normal thing to have in base game, really. But yeah, that's why I used StrangerVille, and then yeah, I guess that's it. If not that anybody asked, again, I'm just talking for the sake of talking now, so I am going to wrap up the video now. And yeah, please let me know what you think of the build. Leave a like if you enjoy the video, and consider subscribing if you'd like to, if you want to hear me ramble a little bit more and talk about how I didn't know how to record a voiceover. So yeah, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Bye.